Starting off in 5, 4, 3. After returning to Anaps's home in Krymnos to collect his reply to bring back to Eurymaides, you discovered the body of the world-famous philosopher, murdered in the night by a mysterious Nyxborn Triton. After a brisk investigation, you gathered enough clues to identify the nature of the killer and his motive, sent by Thassa, the sea goddess, to avenge a perceived insult in an unfinished poem. Unable to travel directly to the neighboring Triton village, you have instead struck upon a plan to go to the nearby coastal temple of Thassa with an offering from the cult of Heliod to ensure peace between Krymnos and the Tritons remains stable and that Thassa is fully appeased. It is now shortly before the hour of dusk on the 22nd day of Polydrysian. The tide has gone out, making travel to the temple along the coast possible until midnight. Do you wish to go ahead now or wait until morning? And I guess we should start off with a roll of initiative.
Yeah.
Initiative.
What'd you get?
Holy shit.
Just a raw die 20 roll.
Oh shit, I got 5.
19.
16.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Micah gets to roll for your whatever random encounters you might have in this one.
We're fucked.
Okay, so
The ranger is in charge of the encounters. We're screwed.
Well, I am the ranger. I mean, I'm good enough.
okay, so you were at the Agora when we left out last time, so you're gonna wait until morning to make your push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Spent all night debating.
I want to go visit my friends before we go. Since
His new friend.
my new friends.
His only friends.
Since you're at the Agora, one of the philosophers who was there arguing with what's his name, Lycos, before he went off, as like the elder of the Anapsian school of philosophers is a guy named Caius, who has one of the larger noble estates up on the hill. He invites you all to come and join him for food and wine, and he'll let you have a place to sleep.
That's cool. And she looks at you. Behave. But yeah, Alia's off for sleeping in a warm bed or a room.
Yeah, he's hosted Laguna Centaurs before, so he's got like a special civilized manger, I guess you could call it. Alright, so do you want to go along with them to the dinner, or are you going to stop by the amphitheater on the way?
I want to stop by the amphitheater.
Okay, well, it's about dusk, so it's mostly shutting down around this time. You can find Alias, the theater director, backstage talking with some of the theater troupe. No sign of the chorus or Krios, the undead fellow with the mask.
So I want to greet Alias.
Oh, Deimos, you join us again.
My companions, they want to go to
Go
Thassa's temple. Could you tell me anything about it? Is there anything I should steal while I'm there?
Oh, there's probably a few things there to steal. The word of your discovery over the murder has been spreading around town. So I've had a chance to do a little digging of my own, and had Bysaeus here, who is the one Triton actor that you saw in his acting troupe, head down to the village to collect a little information. Bysaeus steps up and he basically tells you that earlier this morning, the priest temple, a Triton by the name of Dardanos, had put out a call to the people of the village, all the Thassa followers there, who are most of the villagers, to come up to the temple because a Messiah has arrived. He knows that the noble, the Baron Galaton, who keeps an eye over the town, owns it, so to speak. He's not part of the Thassa cult, but he knows he's gone up there too to check it out. So if you do go there, you might keep an eye out for Galaton, because he might be of help. Let's see, he could also offer you a map.
I would love a map.
Which basically just means you get to look at the map in the book.
And what can you tell me anything? Have you heard anything more about this Messiah?
No, nothing at all. That's kind of a completely left field sort of announcement to be hearing from a sea priest. There we go. It gives you a map that you can take back to your friends. Basically, you can look at, reference the downwards from the sides kind of really more, because the cave entrance would be pointing to the south. The stars, the little circles with a star in it, those are marked position for guards. While you're looking over the map, Alias asks exactly what are you planning to do at the temple? Do you tell him about the golden idol?
Yes.
That kind of stuff.
I tell them about the golden idol, and they say I don't really care about Lycos and this exchange of things.
No, the Heliod priesthood is arrogant, and I worry about them trying to use this whole situation to just increase their own political power. Now, he tells you that in total there's 2 priests, 1 human and 1 Triton. Each has 9 acolytes of each race, and there'd be a total of 5 guards there. And then it could be anywhere between 13 to 30 commoners on hand. In fact, roll 10 plus 3 dice 6, and we'll determine how many commoners are at the temple right now.
7 plus 10.
Okay, so there's a total of 17 villagers at the temple, along with 9 human acolytes, 9 Triton acolytes, 2 priests, 1 of each race, and 5 Triton guards, is what he tells you in terms of what he believes is there.
I do not like this. I do not like the way this situation sounds.
Well, what is the purpose for what are you going to the temple to do? If this Messiah person is the same Nyxborn Triton that you suspect killed Anaps, are you going there to kill him? Or
my companions seem to just want to deliver this idol and try and make peace, but I'm very skeptical that this is a good plan. I feel like we are being used in some way, or being caught up in the foolishness of Lycos and their cult.
Well,
And I dislike them.
I would advise you to return back to your companions and consult with them before proceeding any further. The idol does give you an easy way into the temple, though, without having to resort to the use of a large amount of stealth or combat.
Very well. I thank you for the map and your invaluable information.
Stealth.
I shall return to my companions and relay this information. And as always, I will be seeking to benefit Phoenix and our cult in any way possible. I am just looking out for an opportunity to do so without alienating my companions.
Well, there is actually an opportunity of something that you could do after I put a little thought, since you had asked earlier last night about if there are any sort of jobs that I had to offer. And I have one. It could wait until after you resolve this issue with Anapsi's murderer, though. But and it would be helpful if you had brought your companions along, because it's probably more than a one-man job. But we can talk about that more later.
Very well. I look forward to speaking further. I shall return to my companions now.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, while he stops and talks up there, y'all make it up to the top of the hill. Caius has a nice, like a much larger, much more ornate, two-storied house compared to Napsy's little modest home, which is still like opulent and rich compared to your average peasant, obviously. But they have, like laid out some tables. He's got plenty of pretty servant girls, like large family. His wife's pretty with big, tall, made-up bouffant kind of black hair and ornate dresses, and you're able to refresh yourselves. Mm-hmm. He complains while y'all are talking about Lycos wanting to have an Apsis funeral here in the town of Krymnos, whereas he and the Anapsians believe that an Aps should be taken back to Miletus so he can have a proper burial as a head of state, or former head of state, since he used to be leader of the country. And so that's the main stuff that's being talked about. If there's anything you want to ask, or if you're just going to enjoy the scenery and wait till he gets back.
I'll join the discussion, but on the side of sending him where he should go.
Okay, so you're in support of the idea of taking him to Miletus and not letting him have the funeral here in town.
That would be in line with destiny, I would think.
Okay. Well, you arrive in the midst of this discussion. Talk. Make a plan. You have a map to a temple. You have to figure out. You make some plans right now. Exactly what you want to do.
My plan's pretty simple. Go in and make the offering and see where it goes from there.
Approach.
I do not.
By land or by sea?
Well, we'll just walk over there.
I do not trust this Triton and these people. If something goes wrong, we could be greatly outnumbered and meet our doom. And
or we could not go and possibly doom the town. Yeah.
Well,
we could be cautious about it, but we could still either make the offering.
we could be. I mean, we can always run.
what is our plan if things go wrong?
Fight our way out.
I suppose that is the only option.
We're going to make an offering. It is not normal, or it should not be normal to want to smack somebody who's there to make an offering for your deity. Mm-hmm. As long as we don't take the bait, if they get insultive or in our face. If we can hold our tempers, we should be no problem.
Mm-hmm. Be respectful to the god. As reluctant as I am.
Believe me, I don't want to stay in the cave any longer than I have to, but let's go in.
Okay. I have a.
No, you want to show everyone the map and stuff, since.
Yeah, you take it back.
Oh, I did. Did I? Yep. There it is. Okay, yeah. So he can show you the layout of the cave. Temple complex. Y'all would be coming in from this direction. Mm-hmm. Whatever beach there is ends. So without a boat, there's going to be some section of swimming to either get to this dock. But the main entrance to the temple comes in through. There's kind of like a little bridge over the water here.
Can you swim?
Yeah.
This is basically the human section, and this is.
She likes swimming. She just doesn't like boats.
There's also a Hempelkamp Stample, which is like a water horse. That's got a tunnel that goes out there that way. But
when you say water horse, that's not a creature. That's a
seahorse.
Okay.
They're basically seahorses.
Bigger and more stout, but yeah.
Okay.
They're rideable seahorses, basically. They look like.
Well,
If we go during low tide, we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting in and getting out.
All right.
Which low tide was the plan anyway, at least from last week.
is it like a cliff face?
Are y'all going to take your wagon driver with you, just to have extra body around?
To have our things, so that we don't have to.
Well, the beach is not going to be good for taking the wagon,
Yeah.
because as soon as the tide comes up, and if y'all are in the temple, the wagon will be gone, the horse will be stranded and drowned, and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, we can leave the wagon at probably this guy's place. He probably wouldn't.
I can leave it in the down there where it is right now. Like there's not a bunch of like street crime in this town.
Okay,
So
I'm fine with that. I have her character sheet.
okay, so you'll need to collect her before the morning.
Yeah.
How tall are Tritons?
Human size probably. Let's see.
Just a psychic, a scout.
Probably on the taller side. Be my guess, because that's like everything in D&D. it's a power fantasy, so everyone gets to be 6'6".
Except the halflings.
Except the centaur, who's like 6. The short centaur.
Halflings are still
Aiming
very
for
useful for their size. I mean, like there's
Well, I like how D&D does halflings. They're
Slightly shorter than humans, averaging about 5 feet tall. All right. Tiny Triton.
Okay. And we have, what, a 3 foot tall satyr with us?
Yep. No, satyrs aren't that short.
3 inches tall. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, I played a frost pixie from Rifts for an entire 8-year campaign. She was 12 inches tall.
Yeah, they're more closer to humans. They range between 5 and 6 feet in height.
Like I said, they've genericized everything.
Okay, so you'll collect your wagon driver Elsha.
You need that? Or
Anything else you want to do before you head off to bed?
yes. I would like to adorn the robe, if that's all right.
Okay.
To begin attuning with it.
You want to, assume you spent your hour attuning with the robe of stars.
It's the robe.
Alright.
So what, and
Basically, you'd say just the act of cleaning the ink stain off is, like, probably enough time to, like, get to know it. Become bonded with it. Mystically. Okay.
It likes you.
it really does.
Alright,
It's
so you're
very
gonna...
fitting.
So you attune yourself to your robe.
Get my rest in.
Get
all my
down
stuff back.
to bed. Alright, Alia.
Alia.
Alia. Roll a die 8.
That's never a good sign.
We got a lion and a lion.
4.
You have a dream in the night of a star falling from the heavens to fall at your feet, and an great explosion of light, and you wake up.
Great. I think the goddess is saying hi. She doesn't know her goddess yet.
Alright, so morning comes. You head out.
Yawn.
It's slightly before dawn, but you want to get a good start. Caius has his servants make sure you're all up and out the door in time to get down to right as the tide starts to go out. On the way to the beach, waiting down there, you see Lycos the Bald and a couple of his cultist servants, acolytes, and a couple of guards dressed in Heliod colors and bright golds and whites and stuff, and shiny little helmet with a crest on it. And Lycos bids y'all luck on your journey, wishes you well, and just in case, he hands you that.
Scrotal protection. Is this one I have to roll on, or is it?
It's automatically queued for Celestial.
Thanks, it's toilet paper.
Yeah, it's the protection.
And it's basically for the Nyxborn, since the Nyxborn would be counted as a celestial being. Alright.
Red.
Put that with all the other scrolls.
So, it's a quick little jaunt down the beach. Just
Okay.
a couple of hours. It wouldn't even be that if it was just you going by yourself, but you got these Shlomos coming with you.
I
We should ride on
want
your back.
to travel stealthily.
They're actually, her armor.
Okay,
actually
so
has
you want to take your time heading down there. Within limits, because this is a...
We're gonna be there by tide.
Exactly. Well, it still gives you several hours. Micah, since you rolled the lowest, Sebni has the bad luck that controls the party's random encounter. Roll a die 8.
Die 8. Oh,
Goes
3.
hard.
Okay. Well, this one's fairly simple and straightforward.
Alright.
And since you're going stealthily, up ahead, just as dawn breaks, there's these, kind of crumbling limestone cliffs on one side of you, and there's just this narrow stretch of shitty beach. And up ahead, you see a tree that's kind of growing sideways out from the cliff towards the top, and nested on it, roosting, are some sleeping blood toll harpies.
Ooh.
There's only one of them.
Oh,
lucky guys.
okay. That's not bad.
Harpies in this game are a little bit different from harpies in standard D&D. Standard D&D harpies are instead called sirens because they're sexy and they'll entice guys. These are just more like bloodthirsty
Hags.
vulture chicks, that aren't pretty at all.
Vultures with tits.
Maybe they're pretty to somebody who
Titty
knows who they
vultures,
are.
but even the tits are nice to look like because they're covered in shitty vulture feathers.
I am the beholder.
They're just kind of there.
Yeah, let's kind of try to sneak by.
All right.
Wait, can I take a quick perception check to see if I can see if we can take it?
What do you mean?
Well, it's sort of I feel like it's my duty to prevent this aberration from causing any kind of harm to anyone. As a ranger.
He wants to murder hobo it.
Kind of do.
No, you do have a longbow, and it is snoozing. You could try to shoot it once you're
Do
within
you think we
close
should
enough.
pass without engaging?
Well, I guess
I
that's
wouldn't
for
mind.
y'all to whisper.
Yeah.
If y'all sit around talking about it too much, it might very well wake up.
I would prefer to sneak by if possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna hear us no matter what. But okay, let's try to sneak by. Just keep your bow out. Shoot it if you wake up.
Oh, it's up above you. Let's see. It's only got a passive perception of 10.
Okay, so it's pretty.
So all you need, each of you have to just beat a 10 with a stealth roll.
I got.
So if you don't have the stealth skill, you still use your dexterity modifier.
All
If
right.
you get the stealth skill, you also get a proficiency bonus.
Let's just stick to business then.
So
The
in
centaur's
order, first go.
The centaur's gonna roll a 1. No, a natural 20.
All right, centaur sneaks by.
How the hell did the centaur?
Like a ghost in the night, just tiptoes along on your little hooves.
Got a +7 on my stealth here.
Got a +5.
That's 20.
All right,
One.
you make it past the harpy.
I swear to God. +4 on stealth. Oh, 10.
10.
That's enough.
Oh,
Enough,
a
you
9.
dude.
No, that's
Also, that's a 9. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah. All right. You sneak by your harpy.
I swear that was a 6.
Alia's looking at you. Why are you so noisy? The centaur's like. it's the soft sand. Her hooves are like.
Okay. So that was probably around here-ish. You keep moving on. You get to this little patch where the cliffs fall away and the ground evens out.
Could we mark on the map just roughly so that we can remember on our way there?
If you want. Okay, anyway, as you're coming down to the edge of where the cliff kind of crumbles away and falls for a bit, you all hear this really loud snoring from up ahead. Like, not human-sized snoring. Something really large is snoring, kind of grumbling.
Guess we sneak around this one.
Let's see. So, I have primeval awareness. So, if I could cast that right now, I could take a guess as to what kind of creature it is.
If that's what the text of the spell is.
I can sense, yeah, here, I got it right here. I can sense, certain... Sorry. I know it's right here. It's actually quite useful.
It's a ranger thing.
It is. I've never actually been a ranger, but I'm really digging it. It's basically just a hunter. Yes, so 3rd level, you can use your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on a region around you.
He's 4.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just so I'm a kind of a tank. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or within up to 6 miles if you are in your favored terrain, which is grasslands. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. This feature does not reveal the creature's location or number.
Well, you could do that if you want.
Alright, I go for it. I cast it. Do I know?
Within what was the range?
1 mile.
You definitely detect a celestial presence far up ahead, but it's further ahead than the snoring. Whatever's generating the snoring is not a fae, and it's not a celestial or an aberration.
Or giants coming.
I could scout ahead.
I guess they would. Yeah, giants would count as
How
just normal.
how far are we from the temple?
It's not a beast. You're pretty close. You can once you can see the next ridge of. You're half a mile away at this point.
I can scout ahead.
You're down around here, right towards where the cliff falls away.
Alright.
Go do your ranger thing.
Yeah, okay. I scout ahead with my...
DC 15 stealth.
He's using the cloak and soak.
It doesn't actually do anything. It just gives me a +1 bonus to saving throws, and I can use Magic Missile when I'm attuned to it, and I can disappear into an astral plane, and then reappear. That's it. So
Kind of like a Misty Step, Phase Step kind of
deal. Yeah.
Didn't you have the magic missiles?
So I stealth ahead, and I try to scout to see what's up there. 7 plus 4. 11.
Okay,
You do the Han Solo thing.
Damn it. Damn it.
you come across some boulders that have been blocking y'all's view.
Uh-huh.
You accidentally kick a rock, create some noise, and the big drunken Cyclops that's just sitting there. He's got like a half-empty barrel of wine in one hand. He starts to blink and wake up, because he heard the noise, because he didn't roll very good on stealth.
Does he see me?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I talk with him?
Sure, if you want to try.
Alright. I look up and I greet him, and I give him my name, and I tell him I ask if we can pass. Very
Are
respectfully.
we close enough to see what he's doing right now, or like still?
Yeah, you're like far enough back. You don't see what he's talking to, but you see him like kind of like on the side to this boulder.
I trot up and join him.
I want to try and sneak around,
Yeah, you can sneak.
like
I'm
behind
trotting.
him with my stuff.
And
In
he-
position in case something goes wrong.
The
Oh,
healer
yeah.
is getting behind the tank
Thank you.
with her spear. It's just funny the centaur's looking around the cat.
Do you have a spear?
That's her primary weapon.
Oh,
Spear
dude.
and shield.
Okay, well the Cyclops is a little confused. Is like, little cat man, you know, try shoot me.
No.
Well, not if you don't hurt me.
Okay, he woke me up. Oh, I have headache.
So it
Best cure for a
seems-
headache is to go back to bed.
Well, I would go back to bed, but my wife threw me out of my house.
When you were sleeping quite comfortably here, you could probably just crawl back up. They didn't ignore us.
The sun's coming up.
We're off to the temple, so if you don't mind us wandering off.
One of you just make a general persuasion check just to see if he's gonna be cool with you passing. DC 12. If you don't have the persuasion skill, you can just use raw charisma.
Oh, well. Nope.
Nope.
I ain't good at that thing.
I have a +1 to charisma.
He rolled better than I did.
Alright, let's see. I ask him if we may pass by peacefully.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 16
17.
+1.
Okay, the Cyclops will let you pass.
Thank you. Oh, and what was your name, sir?
Urob?
Urab? Hopefully we'll meet again.
O-U-R-O-B.
Or
Urab.
Trot.
Alright, so I'm kind of watching this from the corner, so I come join them when I see that everything's cool.
Alright, so beach ends
Poor guy.
against the cliff. Even with the tide low, at some point you're going to have to swim a little tiny bit to get over to that dock.
Okay, I want to cast...
Or are you going to want to try to go in through the main entrance? Or are you going to try to get up onto the dock?
Let's go through the main entrance. We're here on peace.
I want to cast Disguise Self
Alright.
and look like a Triton.
Yeah, you're the right size.
Well, the sky self can also make you appear slightly smaller or taller. Just within certain limits. It doesn't actually change your height, it just makes you look smaller.
This is within a foot, basically.
Alright, well, it's a goodly little swim. I guess the ocean's in fairly good, like, it's not choppy, stormy weather or anything, so I don't think I'm going to need to make y'all make athletic checks or anything. As y'all swim up past the dock, though, hanging from a post at the end of the dock, you will notice hanging dead by his neck is a man in a bright white priestly robe with, like, a blue collar.
Perception check to see what kind of worshipper he is.
Well, I mean, judging from the coloring and like y'all are familiar with Milesian society, like he looks like that's what a Thassa priest would wear,
Thassa.
and it's the human Thassa priest apparently is hanging dead.
How old does the body look?
Like it's not been dead very long. It's not all rotting apart or anything. It's
One of the acolytes screwed up.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's been like roughly 24 hours since things got weird at the temple, so you can say maybe he's been dead about a day. If you want a specific amount of hours, and you want to get out of the water and climb up on the dock to look at him.
Oh.
Could I take a look around the surrounding area to see if there's any people laying in wait?
Well, as you get too much further past the dock, there are 2 guard tritons on hippocamps flanking the entrance to the sea cave. So I mean, you'll soon be within view of people anyway. So
Sneaking in is not really working.
That's fine. We can just talk with them.
Yeah.
We're here on business.
Yeah, I swim up and greet them and let them know that we're here to make an offering to the temple.
I'm holding back.
Okay.
Observing.
Swimming underneath the water. Little snorkel.
If you would like. Do you have any ranged weapons?
I do.
not that's going to be any use while y'all are all treading water
Yeah,
right
I was
now.
gonna say like
You're not
Very vulnerable.
you're not a sea ranger.
It's okay, so you centaur, you're like somewhere around here, get this guard to swim up to you, you're talking to them. So by hanging back, you're like lurking like around the legs of the dock or something. What about you, Lion Man?
Mr. Cat in the water.
Where am I again? I'm right here.
I'm over here talking to the guards. Being the nice person.
I'm gonna go ahead and stick with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guard will ask, what do you mean by offering? What kind of offering?
Well, we're making a offering of sacrifice to Thassa.
But of what? Let me see.
Show him the
Idol.
idol.
I'm sure Dardanos would want to see this. Very well. Follow me.
Okay.
Are you going to come back from your hiding spot, or are you going to like take some sneaky alternate way into the temple? Or are you going to go with the main group?
Just don't get hurt, because we can't help
Yeah,
you.
sorry.
Yeah,
You're on your
I
own if
want
you
to
want
try
to
and I want to try and sneak behind and follow at a distance.
Okay.
In the water, do you what you like I said, like
No,
it's like they'll detect you. You're not like good enough to be sneaky in water yet, I
are
would
they
say.
both gonna turn around or?
Well, like I said, she and him are with this one guard here. There's another guard here who will spot you as soon as you're too much further out here. There's really no way to hide yourself. It's morning now. The lights coming up.
This is not a sneaky expedition.
Okay,
If you wanted to sneak in, I'm saying before you come within visibility while you're still kind of hidden on that side, do you want to climb up on the dock and come in a back route into the temple instead of going into the main entrance? Or do you all want to go together?
Going together would be preferred, but
It's your call.
yeah, I want to sneak in.
Alright.
Alright.
rule number 1, broken again.
So, since you got higher initiative, we'll deal with beginnings of what you are dealing with first. So they lead you in the back, underneath this bridge, a couple guards with torches looking down on you all meanly, and up into the sanctuary of Thassa. This isn't deep, this is like kind of a shallow, like wading pool area. There's 17 commoners. Up by this statue, there's a, wearing the same kind of robe as the priest out here, there's a Triton priest. This must be this Dardanos guy. And it's kind of surrounding him in a semicircle are his acolytes.
Okay.
As you're walking in, he's making some like big proclamation speech. Right. Or basically, as you're walking in, he's just saying a bunch of stuff about like this great holy war to come between land and sea, now that the Messiah has been sent by Thassa, to avenge the slights of the land dwellers.
Well, I will.
Towards the back of the crowd, also, though, yeah, there's one other. There's a Triton in noble garb, flanked by a couple of Triton guards of his own.
Is this where the
There's a statue of Thassa, and at the foot of the statue,
where would it be a place to make offerings?
at the statue itself,
Okay.
there's got like a little thing at the bottom.
I politely trot over there.
Okay, as you're walking up with the guards, escorting you, the noble guy stops you. He's like, "What's going on here? Who are you?"
I'm Alia. I'm here to make an offering to the goddess.
Why?
In the name of peace.
Well, I'm not sure what kind of peace we're gonna have. Some stranger showed up to the temple yesterday, and Dardanos has lost his damn mind and is turning my villagers into a bunch of crazy fanatics as we speak.
Well, maybe my peace offering will appease the goddess and not him.
Well, that's what I was saying. This might give me an opportunity to get the crowd under control. But I'm probably going to need y'all's help. Okay, so basically, here's the problem. So instead of walking in here and having a big combat against all these people, you're going to have a chance to do a bit of a skill challenge to resolve this whole situation. The key is you got to win control of the crowd away from Dardanos. And so we're going to have a bunch of opposed persuasion or performance checks. You can use either one. If you don't have either, you still can just roll a raw charisma. Each of you, Elsha, since she's with you, I've been forgetting to ask what she's been doing. That's my own fault. Galaton will each make rolls in a certain order. And then Dardanos will have an opposed roll. Whichever side gets the most successes at the end will have control of the crowd. And if you can get control of the crowd away from Dardanos, Galaton can have him arrested, and you'll have an easier time getting to see the Nyxborn. And so...
I was kind of hoping to just do the offering real quick, but okay. Because I got a plan for the offering.
Well, that's... Like,
okay.
You're in the middle of a situation. This guy is like super hostile to landlubbers. Ooh. Bringing an offering from the sun god to him directly is not gonna really...
Well, no, I wasn't going to give it to him. I wanted to actually do it at the...
Yeah, you will still have an opportunity to leave the altering at the thing. This is Galaton. The danger right now is that this guy's like trying to start a bunch of like weird religious fanatic.
He's trying
shit.
to start a fight.
Trying to start a fucking holy war, thinking he can use this Nyxborn, who's not here in this room, is somewhere else in the complex, as a figurehead to, unite and gain power for himself and start war and shit. So,
great philosophical quotes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Give me my bardic inspiration.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see.
I can't use it on myself. Makes the fucking sense.
You got the high inspiration of 19. Let's see what are Dardanos. He rolls a 5. Okay, so a hero side will go first. Galaton, our noble.
What is your persuasion performance?
He steps up in front of the crowd and, "Here, friends, let me speak." And then he says some pleasant things about how they need to listen to reason.
Let her do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, everyone's getting a turn, regardless of your skills.
I'm giving I'm getting bardic information to him and bardic information to the
Okay,
satyr.
good.
She's got the good roll skills.
Yeah.
All right. So, and since you're controlling her, she'll follow your character on your initiative turn.
She likes the cat.
Okay, so the noble, he's got a persuasion of +5. So Galaton makes it. All right, initiative 1, either persuasion or performance, or just roll a raw charisma.
Okay, target number?
11.
No, I made an 8.
Even with that, even with your bonuses?
Yeah, I rolled crap.
Alright, the crowd does not respond very well to Alia. Dardanos! He's like, tries to get back control of the crowd. "Listen to me, you fools! Do not listen to these outsiders." Where's my card?
What exactly are we trying to persuade them to do again?
Be peaceful.
Okay.
To not listen. You're helping the noble regain control of the townsfolk from this crazy priest who thinks a messiah has come. Unfortunately, most of the townsfolk are followers of Thassa, so they are easily swayed by the guy. But because y'all showed up with a big flashy offering, it gave him an opportunity to try to wrest control away. And say, look, the people from the land, they're not our enemies. They're trying to make peace, all that kind of shit.
So did he get it?
I can't find my fucking priest card.
No.
I'm gonna have to look in the book! Ah! Oh well.
I really
Play a game, 5-yard penalty?
I really like how a lot of the new characters have their own, like...
Okay, he's only got a persuasion of +3. Oh, he does not do a good job at winning the crowd back.
Easy.
Sweet.
Easy, baby.
All right.
Please. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thankfully, the satyr has a +5.
Initiative 2 would be you. You get to make your persuasion roll to try
He's
to...
not here.
Oh, I'm not here.
Oh, yeah, you're not.
The party
you
got separated.
Okay, well, since it is your turn... Okay, so you're off here.
So, I merely... Once I have sneaked up here, I look like a Triton.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and come up to where the guard is and just say, I heard there's this new Messiah. What's going on?
Oh, greetings, brother. You've gotten here late. But yes, go to the main chamber.
Thank you. What can you tell me about this new Messiah?
Not much. He arrived here yesterday morning. He's been meditating in the library since then.
Very good, very good. Thank you. I look forward to joining this new movement and cleansing the land of these fools.
Okay.
There's the library.
So, yeah, so what do you want? You still have a little, because like I said, they've been talking for several minutes, so effectively you have a few minutes to play around with here. So from here, you've talked to the guard. Are you just going to saunter your way like you're going to the sanctuary? And, oh, look, there's a library right here. Or what?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Or go back and see what's going on in this back section.
No, I want to go ahead and go keep going past the guards.
Okay, the guards, like, they already saw you talking to the other guards, so they think you're cool. So the question is okay, so you come back in, you're on the outside of the crowd, these, you see the big debate going on, and then you're, like, back to the library
Can
door.
anyone see me by the library door?
This guard might. You can make a stealth roll to try to, slip in. Let's say...
I don't want to slip in.
What do you want to do?
I want to cover the door in oil.
What?
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah. The party is going in two separate, completely directions here.
I'm not playing. Just in case, so that if I
You're trying to
decide
do it the peaceful way.
that I need to light that on fire, that's it's all ready to go.
Okay. So you without anyone looking, you just like dash some oil on the door and keep moving.
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. Make a stealth roll just to see if anyone notices you doing this.
Great. Got plus
I'm
7.
just polishing the door.
Plus 7. 15 plus
Ooh.
7.
Okay, no one noticed you do that.
Weird.
All right.
They just grab the door handle and then with their hands covered in oil, and they're like, "That's normal."
Okay. Dardanos. He failed, so his DC goes up.
Can I roll initiative for Elsha?
She runs on your initiative.
Ah.
I already told you that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's cool.
So wait, so you get to roll
9.
twice here in a second.
And
Hell yeah.
Dardanos is not doing well at holding the crowd. Okay, so initiative 3, first Sebni and then Elsha.
Alright. So I go up to them.
You need to beat a DC of 13.
Easy. So, and
You don't need to tell me everything you say unless you have something in mind.
Yeah, you have you get a plus D4 if you need it.
Plus D4?
Don't roll now. Roll first. If you fail, then you can add D4.
Oh shit, I actually don't have my D4. Thank you.
Well, there's tons of extra D4s around here, so don't worry about it.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway.
Beat a 13 because you got a plus 2.
Oh, yes! I
He
did it.
beats a 13. All right, Elsha.
Elsha has a plus
No,
5.
wait a minute. Before Elsha, Dardanos gets his... Oh, goddamn. Dardanos is really sucking with his own fucking followers. Okay,
Stuttering.
Elsha's roll.
And she
Alright.
gets a
And
plus
because
5.
he succeeded, that knocks the DC down to 11. Every time you succeed, the next DC is lower, but if you fail, it goes back up a little bit.
Alright, so charisma is plus 3 and persuasion is plus 5. Hell yeah. Come on, Elsha. 20!
25.
Ooh.
All right.
Good job.
Dardanos is feeling He's feeling like he's being thwarted by these upstart landlubbers.
We both the satyr and the.
And oh, he does manage to actually roll good enough to get one little tiny success. To your surprise,
Come in peace.
one of the other villagers steps out of the crowd and also starts to speak. She's a female Triton, wearing kind of scholarly
Oh, she's from the village.
kind of robes. It is, in fact, yes, Anopsy's very last apprentice, Kirky. And she joins your party as she rolls. Who wants control of Kirky and who wants to roll Kirky?
Guess
She's
I'll-
a lifelong companion. Be careful about choosing her because she's going to become your lifelong companion.
I think it
She's
works.
going to be your Gabrielle to your Xena if you take her on.
Well, it's gonna be two Gabrielles. It's just gonna be fucking funny.
Or you can let him have her. Well, you're not technically not really standing with the others, so, and you already got your psychic, so I guess it kind of falls to you.
Yeah, I get a psychic.
All right, so Kirky gets a roll, and she's like, "Wait, these people are right. This is wrong. You shouldn't have had that. Maxie's murder was, you know, a bad thing and all that kind of shit." So anyway, so you got to beat a DC of 9.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Now,
She-
my turn to Centaur. Alia's turn.
No, well, actually, yes. There is one final check that the group gets to make, and you get to make it because you're a bard. Dardanus has his last roll, which is a failure.
I got
You don't
a
even
5.
really need to make it, though. Like, the
Okay.
crowd is very obviously on y'all's side, because y'all got 3 successes to his 1.
Nice.
There's no way he can catch up. Alright, so you've successfully...
Charmed the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Galaton has his guards arrest Dardanus and haul him back off to his priest quarters to be held until they can do something with him.
I look at the noble and say, "May I please take my offering?" Huh?
If you still wish to, go ahead.
I go up to her altar, pull out the idol, lift it up, and I actually wrote this down. O wise and merciful Thassa, I, humble bard, by request of Lycus the bard, do offer this humble offering in the name of Crimnos, so there may be peace once more.
Alright, and you place it on the altar?
Yep.
Alright.
Do I
There's
need to
like a
roll
little...
anything?
No, there's no need to roll. It was a act...
What's up?
Let me think. Is that worth the piety reward?
She's
It's-
hoping that
it-
that's destiny because she wants to... the way I'm thinking it is...
Well,
she
no,
thinks that
like war between land and the sea is definitely not part of destiny.
that's kind of... She's thinking that war in general isn't part of destiny. She thinks everybody needs to... She's beginning to get the idea that everybody needs to come together to face some great evil that the goddess is coming up from the below to fight.
I'll reward you with 1 point of piety.
1 point of piety.
And as of now, the group has... Okay, so you won over 17 commoners, so that's 170 XP.
Ding ding ding.
Damn.
Let me write this down.
We don't do level in mid adventure though.
Well, like we're close to being able to get to the end of the scene, and we have time. We can do leveling up for those who will have the opportunity to.
Well, remember I was only 20 points behind.
Yeah. Well, this will be enough. So that's 170 experience for winning over the crowd, 450 for defeating Dardanos. Largely just because this dice really seems to like y'all and rolled low over and over again.
Yeah.
The acolytes and guards don't count. You didn't really confront them. So anyway, so what would that be? 500, 600...
Okay, that sounded like enough for 2 levels almost, since I was just shy of 1.
Yeah, 620 divided by how many people? We got 5 people here now, though, because we got 2 sidekicks.
Let's see.
Hang on. Because sidekicks, there's the disadvantage to them. They do drain XP. But also, it's kind of fun getting to level up your sidekicks and stuff and improve them, too. So, it's kind of a give and a take. Calculator, 620 divided by 5.
I don't know if I deserve an equal portion since I've kind of just been sneaking on the
It's
side.
that nature of the game.
You play a role.
You did something. You tried to do some stuff. You snuck around. You played your own little part, even if it wasn't in the main challenge. Anyway, so 124 experience points each. So each of the play main characters and each of the side characters get 124 XP.
She doesn't get the level, but I do. Gene of all trades! Yay! I've been looking forward to this guild. I didn't realize what time it was.
1:15.
Yeah, I spent half the morning looking up Greek prayers of forgiveness to try to come up with that. Well, I mean, here's the problem. If I'm lucky, I'm a 12 in intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah.
In real life. She's a fucking 16 in both. I gotta think ahead. I'm gonna play my character smart. So I was like, all right. If I get to the freaking temple, I'm gonna make this prayer. What am I going to pray? I gotta write it down.
That's what kind of makes it a little easier to play, is because you have the ability to have forethought.
Okay.
Preparation.
Now that wasn't the hard part.
Nope. What's the hard part?
There's this Nyxborn guy in the library. You don't have to worry about him being used to be as like a symbol to turn him into like, you know, a figurehead for a holy war, but you can go confront an Odysseys killer if you wish. He's in the library, the now oily doored library.
Doggo's not here with us, right?
No, you didn't need to bring him.
Alright.
Like I said, once he smelled the robe, he's identified that the owner of the robe is the person
I'm
killed
going to
him.
say in the name of peace, let's just...
You know where he is. You relay this information to us.
Yes. And
Well, I assume that everything he learned from the amphitheater he told y'all while you were
just-
planning.
Just
So-
the blah.
yeah.
I kind of want to confront him.
Well, if we do, we should just set the door on fire and
Yeah, but let's...
Is that going to
Okay.
do anything, though? Most
Well,
of this
that-
is still... It'll burn out the door, but
Yeah,
is
it
it
will-
necessarily going to kill everyone in the library?
No, this is a...
we could.
This is a place that goes underwater regularly.
But won't
It won't do
someone
jack.
come out to investigate, and we can just.
Well, also,
They're
like, you
leaving
just
the
got...
door.
Also, like, you peacefully negotiated
we
the thing
just-
down, but, like, the Galaton and the Acolytes that are still there and the guards aren't going to take kindly to setting the door
Yeah,
on fire.
let's actually,
Very
I
well,
have a
very
good
well.
idea. The noble,
Galaton?
Galaton, sir, this guy, would you take care of this? In the way that it's fitting for your people and your goddess.
I guess we'll have no choice. We can't just let him stay here forever.
Can we inform him about the murder and that we are under... He's
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I tell him everything.
Yeah.
I tell him why we're here, I tell him everything.
We are here for
Honesty,
justice.
honesty is gonna...
Yeah.
When we need to be dishonest, that's what he's for.
Hell yeah.
I can hold him for now. This sounds like I need to consult with the leaders of the township of Krymnos and see exactly what they want to do. Because after all, he murdered one of their citizens, and even though he was created by a goddess, that doesn't absolve him from the act.
If you wish, I can try to put a good word in for whatever your preferred option would be, since you helped us with making peace. Let us work together.
I don't even really know personally what the guy wants. I haven't had contact with him. Only Dardanos and his acolytes had met him. We've only really been told that he might not even be in there for all I know. I showed up just to make sure that like my villagers aren't being abused. And thankfully y'all showed up and we were able to get control of the situation. But
Well, let us work together for more peace. Let's see what we can do.
well, would y'all want to go talk to him or come in there with me?
Yes.
Let us accompany you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go with Galaton and your whole little giant crowd. Do you leave any of the sidekicks behind, or are you just all going to jam-pack yourselves into this library?
I will ask my sidekick to just wait outside.
Yeah, and I wish for Elsha to wait with her as well.
Yeah, just
Is there an
backup.
alternate entrance in? I'm gonna.
The library? I don't believe there was.
You got backstab, right? You're a thief.
Something like a sneak attack kind of.
Yeah, that's it.
You really should have asked Alias for poison.
Oh, I forgot.
But why don't you stay outside with the other three and attack if needed? If he runs, it'll give you a chance to flank it.
So basically, let the talkers go in.
No, that's two talkers go in. And
Let the tank and the two sidekick chicks. You get to go hang out with the girls in the van, basically.
Chill.
Hey, he's got Scooby.
But yeah, the library has no
Scooby-Doo.
other entrances. There's like a central table, some pillars, and then there's some like little reading rooms kind of to the back. You can see.
Yeah.
So.
I followed the boss in.
All right. Well, sitting at the long table, you see this Triton man. He's put on a different set of just real basic, like priestly garb. Nothing fancy like a full priest, but the kind of shit like the acolytes are wearing, which most Moleshan priests typically wear white, and they'll have bands of color around their collars or around the cuff of their
seafoam.
sleeves to kind of to show which god they're specifically attuned to. You know, you have like gold for the Heliod, and yeah, that's like nice, bright, popping blue for Thassa and all that kind of stuff. And so he's there by the table, and he's like reading through some scrolls. Standing to his shoulder is the one surviving human acolyte that's in the temple, since apparently all the human acolytes and the priest were butchered by. I mean, Gallaton has some problems to clean up here of his own with his own people and shit. So, but since you didn't really sneak up into the back end, he didn't discover any of that. So anyway, let's see. Without looking up, the Nyxborn speaks as y'all come in. You disturb my meditation.
I was waiting for him to.
No, it's just just this quick statement. He's gonna walk in and like, you disturb my meditations.
Justice.
So who wants to talk to him?
I was going to wait for the noble to talk. Follow the noble's lead was what the plan was, but.
Oh, I mean, he's bringing you along because he doesn't really know what's going on with this guy. He hasn't met him, and maybe he's like a little awestruck by actually seeing this guy. Because he's Nyxborn, so yes, like every part of him that falls in his shadow is just a star field, and maybe if he has his hood up, you might not even really be able to see his face. It just looks like a field of stars until he pulls his head back, his hood back or something.
Greetings, sir. We are here to seek peace.
And justice.
You have my robe.
Actually, it's outside.
Oh, am I in the room?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're not, so yeah, you wouldn't notice that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You left it at the scene of your murder.
Okay, now to keep him from turning hostile at the intrusion, since your access to the library was extremely peaceful, just need a DC 14 charisma check of some sort. Enhanced with a skill if appropriate.
Which skill would...
You can make up to 2 tries, but like if the first person fucks it up, the second person can make the roll.
First, in case I need to perform some subterfuge.
Rolled 19.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so you can talk to him.
You need to attune to it.
Okay, so basically,
I'm not using it like that.
the gist is
You're out with me?
Thassa made him to go kill an apse. And then that's it. He doesn't really seem to know what to do with himself. He doesn't really have a purpose because his purpose is fulfilled. So he came to the nearby temple just to try to like find some guidance, and he's been looking through the books here in the library for any information as to finding a way to get back to Nyx, because he'd rather go back to his home. He doesn't want to stay here.
Can I make a... Let me see, do I even have the skill? Can I make a history check to see if I can help?
Yeah.
An 11.
Plus, or is that with your
That's
total?
with the plus.
Well, like the most general thing you can think of is that there is a great library in the town of Glacion on the other side of the Meletus Peninsula. That's like it's the great repository of knowledge and for this section of the world. And so, if there is anything to be found there, maybe you can find something there.
Well, how about I offer the possibility of helping this noble here rebuild until you can find something better to do.
Okay.
Help rebuild the people you were built after, basically. However you're gonna put it that way.
You want to ask him anything about like how do you like? It's kind of in y'all's hands if this guy faces justice for the murder, or do you feel that he's kind of innocent in a weird way since...
Actually, Alia would feel the innocent part in a weird way because he was created by a god, a deity, to do a job.
Yeah. And
it's not exactly...
He's kind of just been left as like discarded.
He's fulfilled his fate and he's now set adrift.
How long has it been... Have they been in there?
What do you mean?
How long have they been speaking?
Oh, just barely. Like, and then the doors are open. You can hear everything, even if you're not in there.
I grow impatient.
Okay. All right. So.
Or Sebni. Sebni grows impatient.
So shape exactly what you want to try to convince this guy to do.
To use his deity granite abilities to help this village prosper.
Okay.
And to meet to meet a destiny.
You get one and only one persuasion roll here to resolve this without him saying fuck it and attacking. And he's really, really tough. So you're only going to get the one chance. You can choose which character does this roll. You can bring in someone from the back.
The satyr with the +5.
Elsha.
Let's see. You did enough really to help the Nyxborn. You did mention the library, perhaps. Mm-hmm. But you gave him something I caught as an unforeseen idea. So it's only a DC of 10.
All right.
Just don't roll low.
Well, also
you're giving him the inspiration. All right.
So that's 8 + 5. That's 13.
All right. The Nyxborn Triton agrees. He will to your idea. He will work with Galaton and help rebuild the village and this temple, and try to do something positive to make amends for what he's done.
Okay.
So,
no fight. Hell yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's why I like you. It's just this one roll. If you fuck it up, you got to fight a challenge 5 Kraken priest.
Fuck.
So you avoided summoning a Kraken. Because if you killed him, he would have summoned a Kraken as his dying act. So you've also inadvertently saved Krymnos from a very destructive fate. So anyway, I'm going back to the calculator here.
That could have gone bad.
Calculator. 1,800 divided by 5. Everyone gets another 360 XP.
If that works out, I was going to try and run in with the robe and be like, these guys took the robe, get close and backstab them.
Oh, no.
Probably wouldn't have worked.
Alright, so
I think that this is what Alia has seen as her destiny, to try to smooth things out. So because obviously her goddess is crawling up from the abyss to fight something, and she's going to need all the help she can get.
To develop balance and neutrality between the...
Well, no, the idea she thinks is because the goddess she's worshiping is literally crawling through hell to come back up and to balance fate. And my job is to help, but she doesn't know how. So she's starting to see is try to ease the conflicts so that everybody can help her when she gets up here to fight whatever the hell she's coming back up here to fucking fight.
Right.
Also, we'll keep note also of whatever random dreams I have you roll, because those are supposed to be oracular dreams. So you having a dream of seeing a star fall from the heavens to your feet and explode in light, that's potentially something you might actually see one day. Depending on the winds of fate.
Star falls from heaven and explodes.
Anyway, so like I said, everyone gets another 360. That should pretty much level everyone up, I would think.
So that
except maybe Micah.
It should put me at 3.
360, you said?
Well, the first, you need 300.
It's 484 total.
Okay, that's not enough to get to level 3, but that does put you at level 2.
But I was 20 points away from level 2.
What's your total XP? Because you need to include what you had from last session.
I was telling him what we've got today.
Okay. Well, yeah, you add the plus what you got from last week into that too. So if that gets up, if you get up to 900, that'll get you the 3rd level. First marker is 300 XP to get to 2nd, and then if you get to 900, you get the 3rd.
So how much did I get?
I'm at 714 from. So
you got 124 and 360 and 230. Those are the 3 numbers you need to add together,
What was
Micah.
the 3 numbers again?
Your original last week, they got 230, you got 280.
Yeah.
And then 124.
I added that.
And then 360.
360. Okay.
764. Damn it. Close. Oh well.
Well, it's kind of weird to go up 2 levels at once anyway, so it's appropriate that it fell this way.
And I'll update my character sheet online here later.
Alright, so the question is, do we want to fiddle around with leveling up before we run out of time and people have to start splitting? Or do we want to go ahead and have y'all go back to the town? Or should we start off the next session with y'all getting back to town and starting fresh?
Let's do that way, because these 2 guys need the level. I got the
You
computer
can do that, yeah.
I got the computer program.
Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll call that a day. Be sure to hit like and subscribe and all that wonderful YouTube nonsense, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, buddy.